Hey, I'm Laura.
And I'm Louis.
And this is LeithCars.com's He Said.
She Said.
It is finally here, the all-new, all-electric 2024 Acura ZDX. We're going to take a look at some of our favorites today. Louis, are you ready?
I think I am.
All right, let's go.
All right. I prefer the one-pedal driving because I'm pretty used to it. But my favorite thing about it is with the one-pedal driving, you basically will never have to change the brakes on your car. Normally with an internal combustion engine, you change the brakes every 40, 50,000 miles or so, whenever you need to change the tires. The brakes on this will last 150,000 miles if you use the one-pedal driving. So just the maintenance on it is always going to be super, super easy going. And yeah, it's a little bit weird, like even here, coming to a stop for the speed bump, I didn't touch the brake pedal at all. And the car comes right to a stop.
So the ZDX comes in two trim levels. It comes with the A-Spec and of course the infamous Type S. And today we are going to look at the A-Spec. It's the all-wheel drive version. Now the ZDX starts at about 65 and the packaging today is around 70.
One of my absolute favorite features about the new ZDX is that despite being an electric car, it's still unapologetically an Acura. So you can see the front still has that famous diamond pentagon grille with the giant Acura badge on the front. It's got those signature headlights and it gives you a very sporty, aggressive look. So despite being electric, you know you're 100% in an Acura. Moving to the side of the vehicle, you can see it keeps that signature Acura styling. Even on the A-Spec, which is not the top trim, you're sitting on giant 20-inch rims, which look really aggressive. Another thing I love about this car is the range. This is a pretty large car, as you can see. It's a big SUV. And for a while, electric cars have had over 300 miles of range on the smaller sedans, but this gets over 300 miles of range while having enough space to carry the whole family. So software updates over time, and like you mentioned, it might feel weird not having to take your car in to get the oil changes, but I'd say that's a good problem to have. Better things to do with your time, and it's also going to save you money in the long run.
So with an electric vehicle, how are you going to know if somebody is coming? Well, safety features, pedestrian features, it does give a soundscape when somebody is in drive. So whenever you kick it on, it's not. But the sound from the ZDX, you just kind of want to sit back, take a nap, get a massage. It just sounds so peaceful. And when you move to an electric vehicle, you kind of miss some of those fun under the hood things or easy to get under the hood things. Acura has you covered. It's going to look almost like an engine hood, even with the steel, but it's still very accessible to get you through your windshield washer fluid and any other your fluids. It's super easy to refill and get you along your way.
I'm gonna give it some power here.
Falls of Moose Road for 1 mile.
I think that'll make me smile every time. Let's go for it.
You know what it feels like? You've been on those launch roller coasters?
Yes, it feels like that. And it just keeps building power. So you think it's done, it just keeps accelerating harder and harder.
Because it's so quiet, you're not expecting it.
So this is a power lift. So you can hit the button and it is an automatic kick lift in the Type S trim. And not only do you have your cargo space inside here, you also have additional cargo space underneath. So plenty to stash everything you need for your next family vacation.
I will say as a passenger, one thing that I'm just noticing that I like is just the fact that everything on my side is very comfortable. Like my armrest is large, I've got plenty of room just to rest it. It's very wide. It might be actually the largest EV I've been in. I feel like I've got tons of space. So we're now inside the ZDX, and again, kind of like the outside, one of my favorite things about this car is that it's still an Acura. So a lot of the features that you've come to know and love on your other cars are going to be the same in this. You've got heated and cooled seats standard for the driver and the passenger. You've also got a heated steering wheel standard. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got your big panoramic moonroof. Everything that you've come to know and love on the Acuras is going to be very familiar in this car. Another thing I love on the interior of this car is you've got this giant digital display cluster right in front of you, and you can actually put your maps on this screen. So instead of having your navigation right here, you can look directly in front of you, don't have to take your eyes off the road for too long. Absolutely one of my favorite things about this car. So my phone, nothing is connected right now, and you just have Google Maps automatically in the car, which means you don't necessarily have to use that if you just want something like GPS, which is nice.
I can still tell that I'm in an Acura. How I know is because I am an Acura owner twice over. So you're gonna get the same awesome Acura features. And one of the things that they pride themselves with is their audio system. And so they have moved over to Bang & Olufsen, where you've seen the TLX Type S, for example, that has 17 speakers. The Integra has 16 speakers in their A-Spec Tech package. This one is boasting 18 speakers, which brings out premium sound for yourself or for the rest of the family to jam out on a road trip. Now we covered a few things from the Acura ZDX, a couple of my favorites. Always going to be an audio thing. I love the soundscape for the pedestrian safety. I love the audio system on the inside. But of course, I also love the fact that it is still an Acura at its heart. So if you're an Acura lover, like myself, you're going to absolutely still love the ZDX. Louis, what are some of your favorites?
I really love the fact that despite this being an electric car and a new platform for Acura, it's still an Acura at its core, which means you get a lot of features standard. All the features you've come to expect on your other Acuras are still going to be included on this. And then on top of that, this car just looks cool. I love the styling. I mean, look at this front grille with the light bar and the headlights. It looks like something straight out of the future, and I think that people are absolutely going to love it.
And that is it for today's episode of LeithCars.com's He Said.
She said.
We'll see you next time.